Hello everyone, welcome to PSIR 300 Plus channel. This is me, your educator Syed Shujathullah. Today, the topic is very interesting. Why? Because we are talking about rare earth diplomacy, rare earth elements diplomacy. We are talking about this particular diplomacy, a new diplomacy that we have got. Recently, we have seen tariff diplomacy, energy diplomacy with regard to India and Russia. Now we are able to see rare earth element diplomacy, and China is trying to hurt us a lot. But how we can maneuver and navigate with regard to China's restrictions, we'll talk about all that in just a bit. Stay tuned with the lecture, don't go anywhere. Take out your pen, take out your books, make sure that you write along with me the short notes. Short note making you should do with me only. You should not do separately from the newspapers, because when I am ransacking the newspapers, you don't have to do the duplication work. I guess this is all clear to you. Let us now talk about some important questions that you can answer the moment you are done with this particular lecture. So you can answer: what are rare earth elements? Why are they rare? Are they really rare? Okay, or not? What are the major geographical hotspots where the rare earth elements are found? What technological infrastructure challenges a country faces with regard to harnessing or mining of rare earth elements? What policy steps taken by the government of India to promote rare earth elements production? And we will have a very good discussion with regard to National Critical Mineral Mission. How can increasing REE production will strengthen India's role in clean energy electronic defense supply? So after reading this particular question, you are well equipped with answering any questions related to rare earth elements. So let us now talk about it. So China, you can see here, China is saying that dragon here. He's saying that will impact every sector of India. Okay, because China's new rare earth export restrictions to India is in the lens, and they are going to restrict that rare earth elements to India, which is going to impact us for sure. Let us now talk about what it is. They are defined by International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry in the year 2005. They are a group of 17 elements, my dear students. Please make a note of it. They have similar properties. Okay, the properties which are very common to rare earth elements are high density and high conductivity. Conductivity means you can just transport the electricity at a faster pace. When you do that transfer of energy, you can do a lot with regard to many other sectors. There are 17 elements including 15 lanthanides, plus there are two other elements which are scandium and yttrium. The table I will show at the end of the lecture. So basically till now what we have learned, rare earth element definition is given by International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry in the year 2005. They are a group of 17 elements. They have the properties like high density and high conductivity, and they are 17 in number. Along with you have scandium and yttrium. The major or the main source of rare earth elements are the reserves, you can say, are coming from the ores called as bastnasite, loparite and monazite. Monazite is also one of the important reserve for thorium, my dear students. Please remember. Okay, fine. Based on their atomic numbers, they are divided into two groups: light groups, also known as cerium group, and the heavy group, also known as yttrium group. This information I have collected with lot of research, because to make sure that the rare earth element diplomacy should go away from your mind, and you should be well versed, well equipped, well informed with regard to this particular elements, because these are going to come again and again wherever you are reading in future newspapers and articles too. So they are basically the major ores of this rare earth elements are coming from bastnasite, loparite and monazite, which is also one of the important reserve for thorium. Plus they have a lighter group called as cerium group and a heavy group called as what? Yttrium group. Despite the name rare earth elements, these elements are not so rare. They are found in abundance in the earth crust. However, they are rarely found in concentration. Means at one particular area you will not have like tons and tons of rare earth elements will not be there. That is the reason the mining and harnessing will become difficult. Okay, means the cost of investment that you actually put in to do the mining, that will actually not suffice. That's the reason they are very much present, but very scatteredly present. Okay, however, they are rarely found in concentration. That is a problem. That's why economically or profitably mining is not encouraged. Therefore, extracting and processing rare earth elements is very complex and very expensive process, also require high-end techniques and specialized labor, okay, skills to isolate and purify them. So that is why they are called as rare, not because of their abundance, not because of their technological and infrastructural barriers, and also the natural barrier of what not being present in concentration. Rare earth elements are now considered as a backbone of modern technology. Historical background, if you see, in the year 1788 they were first discovered, and the first commercial use happened with regard to rare earth element is the bulb incandescent lamp mantles, and later in neophone sunglasses. So in bulb in sunglasses, the use of these particular materials started. For decades, they served mainly in geological and scientific research only. It has been used, helping trace the origin and formation of rocks. Second problem with regard to this particular rare earth elements are technological revolution and modern applications. Applications of rare earth elements are, over the past 3 decades, rare earth elements have become very integral to our modern life. Okay, they are also called as seeds of modern technology. Remember this point. In consumer electronics, they are used in smartphone manufacturing, computer screens, software, TVs, LED televisions, and medical devices like x-ray machines. You might have went at least once in your lifetime. MRI, contrast agents, cancer treatment applications, defense system, lasers, radars, avionics, precision guiding weapons, and aircraft engines. In all of these, they found a very good amount of it, their applications. Third important application with regard to rare earth elements are driving the green and digital transitions. Okay, rare earth elements have unique magnetic and optical properties, makes them very indispensable for the clean technological establishment. In renewable energy, they were used in wind turbine generators and solar panels. In electrical mobility, they are used in electrical vehicles and high performance batteries. In digital infrastructure, data storage devices, and fiber optics, these rare earth elements are being used. Okay, that is the reason with the global shift is coming towards clean energy, digitization, and advanced defense system, the demand of these rare earth elements is peaking a lot. That's why these rare earth elements have now cemented their role as a foundation of future innovation and sustainability when it comes to clean energy. Okay, now let us talk about the geographical hotspots where actually this particular rare earth elements are found in abundance. China has the largest share of world reserve of rare earth elements, 44 million metric tons they are having, and they are having the name where these reserves are present. They are called as Bayan Obo deposit. Please remember this point, Bayan Obo in the Inner Mongolia. Second largest reserves of these rare earth elements are there in Brazil. India has the third largest reserve of rare earth element. Estimated we are having 6.9 million metric tons. Largely, our geographical distribution of rare earth elements are scattered through Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Odisha, and Kerala. Basically, the southern belt of India, we will find the rare earth elements. The monazite sands in Kerala are particularly very rich in rare earth elements. Monazite is a mineral mainly containing rarer elements and thoriums, which I've already told you, which is India's principal source of rare earth. Monazite is India's principal source of rare earth elements. This may come in the UPSC as a statement with regard to the prelims. Now, so we talked about the importance of rare earth element. We talked about its origin and application. Then we talked about its application. Now we have spoken about the geographical distribution of rare earth elements. Now, what is the challenges for India? Despite having large reserves of rare earth element, India produces less than 1% of total world share. So we are third largest with regard to the reserves, but we don't even produce 1% of rare earth elements. Why? Because we do not have the technology which requires advancement with regard to lasers, with regard to optics, etc. We do not have the technology, nor we have the infrastructure capabilities to do so. And private sector participation with regard to rare earth elements is very, very less. Adverse environmental and health effects are also seen wherever these are mined. So it has been told that these elements are very much radioactive. So that's why it will definitely confront or attract people's movement with regard to the mining of these elements, because they are radioactive elements. They generate massive pollution, including dust and wastewater. These are the challenges the government of India has to proactively slowly remove one by one to make the rare earth elements, okay, we should be in self-sufficient. But at this point of time in India, we are seeing smartphone growth. We are seeing in India, we are seeing what clean technologies are coming in. So how we are actually able to fulfill our energy, like rare earth element demands. In 2025, the government of India has launched National Critical Mineral Mission with the objective of securing the critical mineral supply. We are just securing it. India has also entered into agreements with countries such as Australia and US to enhance partnership with regard to critical minerals. Now you can see the chart that I am talking about, 15 lanthanides plus scandium and yttrium. So all of these are the basically the rare earth elements. Remember this point here. Now China said that okay, we are going to restrict the supply or export of rare earth elements to India. So if this happen, it will deepen our difficulties. Our Indian firms will face more deepened difficulties with regard to sectors like automotive, consumer electronics, and industrial machinery sectors. You can see here they have properly given major sectors that is going to be hit because of China's this kind of what I say is a drama. EV and automobiles, traction motors, battery system, and dozen other critical components will get affected. Efficient motor, generator, AC, servo motors will get affected. Consumer electronics, smartphone, laptops, TV, and many others will get affected. Hard disk drive essential for motors, that will get affected. Wind turbine used in conversion of wind into electricity, that will get affected. Industrial machinery, automation, and robotics, where basically they are used in semiconductor manufacturing as a transistors, etc. All that will get affected. Okay, so it has been clearly said that the China's restriction on rare earth element export to India will hit all manufacturers who were or have started importing traction motors, rotatory assemblies, electronic parts and components, means whatever are required as a raw material for the manufacturing of industrial machines, manufacturing of robotics as a sector or drone sector. Already they have imported many of such bigger parts, but if they don't get this particular rare earth elements, no, all of these will get affected. Okay, that's why it is very important that India should go for more emerging markets with regard to rare earth elements, and should definitely start their own program with regard to harnessing and mining of rare earth elements, because we are number 3. We don't have to be relying on any other country when we have so much of reserve. I hope this is all clear to you. Take care. Do join my classes, test series mentorship. You will have lot of you will be lot of ahead with regard to your competitors. Thank you so much for hearing to me, and a very 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 happy Diwali to each one of you. Take care. Stay tuned for more updates on current affairs. This is signing off. Your educator Syed Shujathullah. Have a nice day.